Welcome everyone, TheDailyWoo here. As of the recording of this, it is Friday, March 5th, about 6:30 p.m. A little too late in the evening for a piping hot caffeinated beverage, but this is a historic occasion that needs celebrating with coffee. Oh, that's warm. That's very warm. About an hour ago, California has announced, well, California did announce, California is allowing, starting April 1st, in just about, what, 3.5 weeks, for the theme parks are going to be able to reopen. I'm going to give you my thoughts. Am I going to go? What does all this entail? At least as far as I know. Now, this news just was released, so not a lot of info out there as of this moment. The way I do these videos, I film one day, edit at nightfall, upload the next morning, so you will be seeing this the following day. I'm inviting you to join me on this discussion. Shall you? Oh yeah, I think that's a little alligator down there. Right there. See the little gator head? Little tiny gator head there. It's about as close as I'm gonna get. It almost looks like it's next to a fishing line. Let me zoom in. Oh yeah. Look at that. It's like playing with that fishing line. I hear some croaking behind me. I thought there was a larger one over here. They consider there's a lot of gators in here from what I'm told. Now, the Florida parks are open. Walt Disney World here in Central Florida. Okay, see you later, little baby alligator. Are open for business and have been since the first week. What's it, July 7th or 8th or 9th? I forgot, but I flew out here for the reopenings of said parks. Went to Magic Kingdom on the first annual pass holder preview day. Yeah, I don't know if the mama's in there. Anyway, I, myself, and so many others have been very patient that SoCal would follow suit. Now, originally, they were going to reopen on July 17th, which would have been the 65th anniversary of Disneyland. That did not happen. That did not happen. Fast forward to the next year, 2021, and there is a viable possibility that on April 1st or shortly after, that Universal Studios, Knott's Berry Farm, Six Flags, and Walt's original Magic Kingdom of Disneyland will open their doors not for a food festival, but with rides and attractions for the first time in over a full year. In fact, Friday the 13th of last year, which is just happening in about a week, give or take a day or two, will be the 1-year anniversary of the closures of Disneyland. Wrap your head around that for a moment. It is time. It has been time. And I, for one, am excited. And I am not the only one. I have been wanting this moment to arrive for months now. I am one of the ones who I think it should be open, especially after visiting Florida, moving to Florida. I now reside here in Celebration, which I am once again a Florida resident, which is going to make things a little confusing for me to get in to Disneyland if it opens on April 1st or a week after or into early April. And I'll tell you why. Very recently, in the last month or so, they have eliminated the annual pass holder program. You cannot, well, not for out here in Florida, not for WDW, but for Disneyland, the SoCal parks, there are no annual pass holders allowed anymore. That has been abolished for now. And I feel that will come back again in time once the demand subsides after the parks have been open for a while. That might take a year, But I think some sort of annual pass holder program will come back. But that is neither here nor there. As of this moment, for these reopenings, there will be no AP tier that you will be able to try to procure a reservation, try to get a reservation for you or anyone else in your party. It is most likely, these are just my opinions, it is most likely only going to be oh, something's over in the water. Look at the water just circling over there. Is there another gator? It is only going to be based on ticket sales. Or there might even be a tier for resort guests. Now, as of what was just announced, there's not a whole lot of information on when or how that's going to happen. I would imagine that they will not be putting any more tickets on sale or allow any more resort reservation availability, whether those open before or after the parks do. I would probably imagine after the parks. The parks might open first, and then this is all just speculation on my part. Didn't see the gator pop up. But the way it worked out here in Florida back in a month before the reopenings in July, you had to go online. It was a kind of a rat race of sorts. It was almost like winning the lottery to get that opening day or opening week reservations. And that is going to be tenfold in difficulty for out in Anaheim. Well, maybe not tenfold because they have gotten rid of the annual pass holders, but even those who have tickets already, which are probably a select few, even those are going to have to deal with a 15% capacity for, you know, the first few weeks, maybe even a month of the different tier system out there. A lot of talking about a lot of tier systems. Very confusing. Now, since there are no more APs out there, those that are going to be able to gain access to the parks, you have to buy a ticket. Now, the tickets might not immediately go on sale when they announce, let's say hypothetically, April 1st is when Disneyland will open. I'm gonna walk out over onto this. Let's say on April 1st, this is a big hypothetical, April 1st, which if it, yeah, please don't be an April Fool's California. If that happens, if on April 1st, 2021, we are allowed to go in to Disneyland, we will have to have a ticket. Our annual passes will not work anymore. That is a beautiful sunset, which kind of just adds to the ambiance of this announcement. Tickets will have to go on sale. So let's say 15% of the capacity of Disneyland. Disneyland is what, 50,000 people? 15% of that would be, 15% of 50,000 would be 3,000? Am I getting that correct? 3,000, 4,000? Maybe 80,000 people? What is the capacity of Disneyland? I'm thinking now of Magic Kingdom out here. I think Disneyland might be 50 or 60,000. Take 15% of that. This hasn't kicked in quite yet. Well, I mean, I've had, it really has, because I've had a couple of these throughout the course of the day, but I'm just not good at math right now. Whatever the capacity is, it will be 15% of a full packed day, which is not going to be a lot considering the demand for getting onto Main Street USA. So I believe, my personal thought process on this is, whoever already has a ticket purchased from before will be the first one granted the ability to get into that, as I stated, close to being almost like winning the Disney lottery of getting in to the park. And I am here to state I have won. I haven't won anything. I have won the number one ticket to Disneyland. I had the wherewithal. I don't know why I did it, but I felt it was about a month before they announced the reopenings that did not happen on July 17th, which would have been the 65th anniversary of the park out of California. I thought, you know what, even though I'm a pass holder, this tier system was very difficult to get into out here, out in Florida for the reopenings, that I think I'm gonna just buy a one-day ticket. There are mosquitoes, not having to do with anything to do with that, but there's mosquitoes around my head. So I purchased a one-day ticket, and I think that might help. That might help me get a reservation. Now here's the negative part. Well, besides the fact that mosquito just landed on my eyebrow, here is the negative aspect. Yes, that is going to be beneficial for me getting in, but I may have thrown a little bit of a wrench into the loop here. I may have kind of taken a step back and done something that wasn't wise. I am now technically a Florida resident again with a Florida ID, which means there is a very strong rumor that only California residents, now there's no complete confirmation of this, but I am hearing through sources, those are all just opinions and hearsay, but I've heard from a lot of sources that you are not going to be able to get in unless you are a California resident, which if you look at my ID that I now have, because I have been here since early December, taking care of some things, I am now a Floridian once again. Now, I do have a place out in California. I am a dual resident. I have a place here in Celebration, Florida. I have a place in Orange County, California. However, you want to get technical, you want to get specific, my ID, as of now, within the last month or so, is once again Florida. Will that hurt my chances of getting in there immediately after opening, even though I am one of the lucky ones who have a one-day ticket, and it was the $158 ticket that I purchased before the closures, or before they announced the reopenings out there. So it doesn't matter what time of the year it is, it doesn't matter what day, it's good for any day. I even looked on the app a moment ago, confirmed it. But if it's only for those with an ID for California, I might not get in. Now, if I don't, I don't, because I know there's going to be a lot of friends that I have and a lot of others, kindred spirits with a love for Disneyland, which will not be. Let me put this out there into the universe, everyone. There are a lot of folks watching this, myself included, that probably will not get in the first day, the first week. And then after that, you might not even get in except maybe once a month. If you're lucky, it's going to be difficult. There's not going to be per capita the amount of people with the demand to get in there with the low capacities. It's going to be difficult. Keep that in mind. Just throwing that out there into the universe. However, our precious Disneyland is going to reopen. And Universal and Knott's Berry Farm and Six Flags and Legoland out there and all that stuff. I mean, SeaWorld, San Diego. But for me, walking down Main Street, USA in Anaheim, oh man, I cannot wait. The announcement has been made about an hour and a half ago as the sun sets. Earlier today, I visited a friend who gave me some car advice on what should be. If you've noticed, if you watch any of my videos in the last month or so driving, you'll notice there's some problems with the wheels. So I'm going to be getting that fixed. So I had him look it over. He gave me his technical advice as a mechanic. So today I did not film anything the whole day, and I thought I should go out on a nighttime adventure, and then all of a sudden, boom, the announcement was placed out there, and I thought, you know, it would be best to just talk about it. So I best removed myself, went and got a car. Someone just said it's scary walking around. It's not that scary, it's beautiful. I best removed myself. This is starting to get cold. And I knew this was something so important that I should share it. I should share the info. Now, as the days go on, more information will be placed out there into the stratosphere and onto online. There will probably be an announcement by Disney and the other parks in the very near future, but as of right now, they have the ability, if the tier system gets to that point, which it should, by April 1st, the parks in Southern California should be open. If you enjoyed this particular episode, give it a big give it a big thumbs up. It lets me know you care. And if you're new here, please subscribe. It helps keep you in the loop and update on future uploads here on this channel. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over. Where the heck is that mama gator? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Yes, that is beautiful. I love this town. I feel like Corey Feldman at the end of The Burbs when he's stating how he feels about his neighborhood. That's how I feel about Celebration. I love it here. Oh yeah, one last thing. I've also heard that if you could prove that you have a residence, a bill of some sort, being in Southern California, that would also grant you access. This is a lot of hearsay. So that is a possibility, or maybe they will allow anyone with a ticket because I have the ticket. I'm just kind of thinking out loud, but I wanted to end with that too. So I'm not looking for a loophole. I just want to do things the correct way, but I do have a ticket. I had an annual pass, which now I am a legacy pass holder, whatever the heck that means. I want in there. You want this, don't you? That's what Mickey is saying. You want? Oh, you want this, don't you? I do, Mickey. I want in Disneyland.